Ito ang ginawa ni Vice President Sara noong 2011 na dapat magsilbing babala sa mga epal na politiko.
Kontrolado man unta ma'am, niya na may order ang sheriff nga i-continue.
Sir, sheriff.
Ipagita proteksyon na lang namong.
Thank you, sir.
Sa isang nakagugulat na pagpapakita ng init ng ulo, sinaktan ni Mayor Sara Duterte noong Biyernes ang isang sheriff ng korte na determinadong gibain ang mga bahay sa isang pinagtatalunang ari-arian sa Barangay Soliman sa distrito ng Agdao sa kabila ng kanyang kahilingan para sa 2 oras na pagpapaliban. 4 na suntok ang ginawa kay Sheriff Abby Andres sa kaliwa, ng mata, sa mukha at likod at dinala sa ospital ng bodyguard ng alkalde. Kamakailan nga ay sinubukan ng mga kongresista na gisahin si Vice President Sara, ngunit hindi sila nagtagumpay. Hindi inaasahan ni Raul Manuel ang ibinunyag ni Vice President Sara tungkol sa pagkakasangkot nito sa rebeldeng grupo na agad namang dinepensahan ni Franz Castro na kilalang may koneksyon din sa mga rebelde.
So as to my question, since the Vice President also served as DepEd Secretary, in fact wala po siyang separate basic salary nung siya ay DepEd Secretary, kaya actually intertwined din, no? Tumatagos yung role niya as VP and as DepEd Secretary. So I have questions, Madam Chair, dun sa confidential funds for 2023 ng Department of Education, and if the resource person would want to answer, andyan naman po yung opportunity na pinubukas sa kanya ng Kamara. So Madam Chair, can we confirm from the Vice President na nag-submit ng accomplishment report sa paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds for 2023 sa Senate President at sa Speaker of the House?
Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education have separate mandates. The roles of the Vice President and the Secretary of Education are not intertwined. And Madam Chair, I cannot speak for the Department of Education as I am not the Secretary anymore. Again, Madam Chair, hindi pala DepEd pala ito, no? O sige, tanong mo si DepEd yan.
Honorable Manuel.
Mr. Chair, iba na po ang DepEd Secretary natin ngayon na hindi naman nag-request ng confidential fund. Ang nag-request po noon as the DepEd Secretary ay ang Vice President. And Madam Chair, in all agencies, lagi ini-invoke national security, pag-target din sa mga suspected ng mga grupo. So yung ganong tinake on naman dato, Madam Chair, kahit originally wala naman talaga yun sa OVP tsaka DepEd, tinake on ng resource person. Kaya ngayon hindi dapat iwasan na sagutin din yun given ang tinake on na tasks ng resource person. Kasi Madam Chair, sige kung hindi po niya sasagutin, sa accomplishment report kasi for the first quarter of 2023, nabagit po doon na yung confidential funds ng DepEd ginamit sa counterinsurgency program, prevention of recruitment by rebel and leftist groups among students and teachers. Meron din, Madam Chair, anti-terrorism programs, including the gathering of necessary information to implement peace and order within DepEd. Pareho din ang actual outcome tsaka ang kinlaim na accomplishments, Madam Chair, for second quarter and third quarter of 2023. So gusto nating i-present din sa committee na ito, Madam Chair, na sa mga dokumento na sinubmit din ng Commission on Audit, part po ng certification sa paggamit ng DepEd Confidential Fund ay galing sa mga military units. And Madam Chair, we have copies of those documents. Ang DepEd use of confidential funds in partnership with the 1st Infantry Division of Zamboanga del Sur, 5th Infantry Division of Isabela, 7th Infantry Division of Nueva Ecija, 9th Infantry Division of Camarines Sur. At ang mga activities nila, Madam Chair, ay mga youth leadership summits, yung pinatawag nila doon, at mga information education campaigns. Now, can we present yung slide, Madam Chair? May pinipare po tayo as a sample sa yung mga pinapamahagi ng mga pamphlets sa ganitong mga di umano'y Youth Leadership Summit tsaka Information Education Campaign. Ay, Madam Chair, ang sabi po dyan, kapag nagsuot ka lang ng flag na may nakasulat na Serve the People, di ba, Madam Chair, napakagandang pakinggan, pero para po sa DepEd, Madam Chair, ang mga nagsusuot ng ganun dapat i-report sa DepEd. At bahagi po ng paggamit nila ng confidential fund ay pagpapakalat ng ganitong napaka-malicious na kaisipan, Madam Chair. And given that we already have a Supreme Court ruling na nagsasabing nakakapahamak sa buhay ng ating mga bata, mga kabataan, ang ganitong mga tipo ng propaganda, Madam Chair, it seems na para pala sa DepEd, accomplishment ang pagpapahamak ng buhay ng mga estudyante at ng mga mga teacher. In fact, under the now resigned DepEd Secretary, they violated their own order, Madam Chair. They have a Department Order number 32, series of 2019. Ang sabi doon, Madam Chair, ay bawal, and I quote, schools shall not be utilized for military purposes. This includes the conduct of anti-insurgency information activities or such other related uses that may endanger the lives of learners and school personnel. So, Madam Chair, lumala yung education crisis, pero
20 seconds.
yun pa ang naging paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds, Madam Chair. Next slide, Madam Chair. So we can wrap up. Ganito yung breakdown ng paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds, Madam Chair. Kung mapapansin, gumamit lang for first, second, and third quarter. Tapos, Madam Chair, bawat quarter, pare-pareho yung amounts ng paggamit, 37.5 million pesos. And this is confirmed by the audit observation memo ng COA, Madam Chair. And, Madam Chair, we take note, June, July, which falls in the second and third quarter, wala pong pasok sa mga paaralan. So, question natin, ano yung ginawa ng DepEd at bakit magkakapareho yung rates ng paggamit ng confidential funds? So, ang isa sa makikita natin dito, Madam Chair, we can't deny no, na it seems ay kaduda-duda yung ganong pinapresent ng DepEd na paggamit ng confidential funds. Yun na lang, Madam Chair. Salamat.
Madam Vice President.
Yes. Madam Chair, the invitation for this budget hearing was the budget proposal of fiscal year 2025 of the Office of the Vice President. I request that the questions, Madam Chair, be related to the subject of the budget hearing, which is the OVP 2025 budget proposal. And, Madam Chair,
At heto na nga ang revelasyon ni Vice President Sara na bumasag kay Raul Manuel.
you will allow me this because you allowed him to speak about DepEd, which is not related to OVP. According to Kate and Ida, the former secretary of the CPP-NPA's Sub-Regional Committee 5, revealing concerning associations of Representative Raul Manuel with the NPA units in Southern Mindanao, alleging that he visited
Madam Chair, point of order.
Sitio Bolo, Barangay Daguhoy,
Please proceed,
Talaingon, Darogan
Madam
Norte
Vice
in
President.
2017. And his alleged connections with the CPP-NPA coupled with the recruitment activities involving Kabataan Party List. Rendell, who was missing for 11 months and
Madam
came
Chair,
home
point of
in a
order, Madam Chair. So,
and came home in a coffin.
yung sinasabi po ng ating Vice President ay allege. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, marites or galing yan sa chismis.
Okay, so,
hindi natin
galing po
pwedeng,
ito sa
Madam
NPFL
Chair,
kapag-
i-allow ang Office of the Vice
Yes,
President.
let Chair rule. So, yes, we will take note of the request of our Madam Vice President. Let's stick to our topic. Okay, so
Sa huli, hindi nagtagumpay ang mga kongresista sa planong pamumulitika.